Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're wondering what we're doing, and you've probably seen by the title and thumbnail, but we're testing out the brand new RevolutionPRO range. I don't want to give too much away, but it's kind of good. So yeah, if you want to see how I created this wonderful face, keep on watching. Okay guys, so I've already prepped my skin with the Embryolisse, I can never say this right, Embryolisse concentrate cream thingamajig. Such an amazing thing. If you don't have this already, it's so good. It's the best thing that I've discovered. It's a bit pricey, but it's like an amazing moisturiser, makeup primer. It's got so many uses, but I'm obsessed with this stuff, so that's what I've primed my face with today. So as you can see, my skin is kind of really irritated at the moment. I've come out with like little spots slash razor bumps. Obviously my skin's pink. I woke up to this massive thing there, but it is what it is. Jumping straight in, and I have the primer. So guys, this one is the RevolutionPRO Hydra Matte Primer, and it's a hydrating primer serum with collagen and antioxidants. So this was £10 from the website, and I believe that they also have a glow one as well, but I really gravitated towards the matte one because, as you all know or should know by now, I do have a combination skin, so I do get oily through my T-zone, normal everywhere else. So yeah, I went for the matte one, and it's supposed to be hydrating. So then this is what the bottle looks like. So this feels really quite weighty. It is made out of glass, so it is a glass bottle. Obviously it's got the beautiful gold lid, it just makes it look really luxe, I think. And then it's also comes with a pump, and yeah, on the back it just says a thirst quenching primer infused with collagen and antioxidants, mattifies and preps the skin for makeup application. So I have been trying this and the loose powder out over the past couple of days, and I must say I have been liking them. I'm not sure if it's the powder or if it's the primer or both together, but I have been liking them. So I'm just going to take a pump and a half of that, and I'm just going to put this on, focus it in my T-zone, and whatever I have remaining I'll put on the rest of my face because it is hydrating, so it's not going to dry out the perimeters of my face, so I'll be fine putting it there. And because it has been really hot in the UK recently, it's going to help keep my skin hydrated, but also it's going to keep me matte so I don't sweat as much. Now I don't really believe in primers because I feel like if you're going to sweat and your oils are going to come out, your oils are going to come out and you're going to sweat, not like nothing's going to stop that. However, I do believe like in prepping the skin, so moisturising and just doing everything that you can to help make everything last longer basically. So this feels really lightweight. It does feel more like a serum than it does say like a gel, a cream. So it's quite serumy, it feels really nice there. It doesn't feel dry, it doesn't feel super matte, it doesn't feel like those like type of silicone-y ones that you can get. So yeah, this is really nice as a really nice primer. So yeah, no thoughts on this one. I mean, you can't really tell with this anyway because I just don't understand how you'd be able to tell otherwise, like I just don't know, but yeah, I like it. So okay, so I'm just going to apply my foundation, concealer, and then I'll be right back to set everything. Alright guys, so before I set my face, I've just obviously gone off and done my base, done my brows, a bit wonky, but oh well. So yeah, before we get out onto setting the face, they have two powders. So they have the translucent setting powder, which is the one I'm going to use, and then they have the pressed version of it. Now this, I don't like. So basically it looks like this is super white, and it's basically obviously just a translucent powder. However, I tried it the other day and it's so white, it's unreal. So like it's just too white. It just comes off really weird. Like that's what it looks like on the skin. It's just horrible. So like if I take like my brush like and just do that, like look at all that comes off. Like it's no, like, and then if I do this, like it just made my skin so white, so I don't like this whatsoever, so I'm not going to use it. So this is the one we're going to be using today. This is the RevolutionPRO Translucent Setting Powder. So this says it's an ultrafine mattifying powder with hyaluronic acid. What brought my attention to this translucent setting powder is the hyaluronic acid. I really like my powders to blend my pores, blend my skin, and also have like hydrating properties. So like the Nakia Joy one, that's got so many amazing like ingredients. It's got so many amazing ingredients in it that it just helps with the skin and helps like keep the skin matte, but it doesn't dry the skin out, which I really like. So this retails for £8. So £8 for a loose powder is really good, and I've also been testing this as well as the primer, and I love this so far. So when you open it, it does come with like a sticky thing, and then it's also got like okay, it's too white, but basically it's got like a thing there. But if you do like wobble it about a bit, the powder does come out like that. What I will say about this powder is it's so silky smooth. Like if you get it in your fingers like this, it's so smooth, it's unreal. I think it's the smoothest powder I think I've ever felt. It's beautiful. And when you put it on your face, it's absolutely to die for. I don't like putting my fingers across my face like that after I've powdered it, but with this, it's so beautiful. It just feels so smooth, so nice. I'm so far obsessed with this. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So I'm just going to make sure everything's nice and smooth, and then I'm just grabbing a mirror and this brush. I don't really like to use a beauty blender these days. I like to just use a brush and just like really buff it into my skin. So I'm just going to start on my pore area and work it up to my eyes, and then like this. And what I'll do is I'll come in and show you what it looks like, and then I'll do my forehead as well. I'll just do half of it basically, and then we'll see. And just down here and my nose. So what I'll do is I'll just dust this off, this half of the face, and then I'll come and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this side looks super smooth, and it's blurred my pores. It just looks so beautiful. When I run my fingers on it, it's so nice. And then obviously this side, if you can see, I hope you can see, like it's all like pores here, all texture, like on my forehead as well. Like this, to me, this side looks so smoother than this side. And again here, this is no powder, and then this is powder. So what I'll do is I'll just apply a bit of powder here just to see if you can see. So like hopefully you can see how quickly that bled everything. I hope you can see that. I really, when I'm editing this, I'm sure I'll be able to see, but as you can tell, I am obsessed with this powder because it's £8, so it's super cheap, but it just makes the skin look so beautiful. I'm obsessed with this powder, I really am. So you all know that I'm obsessed with the Nakia Joy powder. It's literally my ride or die, but I think this is a really good alternative. Okay, so I'm going to do a flashback test because on camera, like in real life, I look absolutely, my skin looks flawless. It looks so beautiful, but in the monitor, I feel as though I can still see some of the powder. So I'm just going to do a flashback test. Okay, I'll insert the picture somewhere here, but oh my god, like you can see all of the powder like everywhere. So this is not flashback friendly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly spray my face with some setting mist, and hopefully that will get rid of any residue. Okay, so I've got my spray. I'm just going to spray my face and see if it melts it into the skin. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly do another flashback test and see if it's melted the powder into the skin. Okay, so after spraying my face, it does look a lot better. I'll insert the picture here again, so you can actually tell a difference from before. Before it looked really powdery, but once you set your face with a little bit of setting spray, it just dissolves into the skin, so you're not going to have that worry of like any flashback and stuff. So then just quickly looking at my skin still looks so beautiful. I'm obsessed. Okay, next up we have the Sculpt and Glow. So this is the Revolution Sculpt and Glow palette. So I was supposed to fake tan for this, so I did order, I think this is the medium shade. So I did order the medium shade, so it's kind of scary, but we're going to go in with it and I'm just going to do it lightly and see what happens. I'm going to be going into this shade. This is the highlighting shade and it does look super pretty. I'll just swatch that on the back of my hand. So yeah, it does look super pretty. It's just a little bit too like deep for me, so I don't think it's going to look very good on my skin. So we're going to wait until later because I do have the 4K gold palette to test out, so I really want to test this out as highlighter. Okay, so just taking this brush, this is the Morphe Times Jaclyn Hill. I absolutely love this bronzer, and I'm just going to tap into that, and then here we go. Oh, hey, I haven't got a mirror. Okay, so far it's looking really beautiful. Okay, so this is obviously a little bit too deep for my skin tone at the moment, but judging it on formula, it's really beautiful, it's really nice, there's no patches, seems to be blending really beautifully. So yeah, I'm gonna do the rest of my face to try and get it all to match, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so that's the bronzer. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just gonna go over the top of it just to turn it down a little bit. Okay, so that looks really nice. I really like this. This is obviously my tanned shade. So if I got a lighter shade in this, it would be really beautiful. I didn't have any problems blending it out. It just looks really nice, and the highlighting shade is super gorgeous. If you just want like a subtle glow, you don't want like a massive mega glow, it's just a really beautiful shade. So yeah, highly recommend this. And this was also £8, so I'm absolutely loving how my skin is looking at the moment. So the moment we've all been waiting for, we're going to dive into the eyeshadow palette. Now this eyeshadow palette, first of all, gold packaging. Gold I absolutely love, I'm obsessed with gold. This has reminded a few people of another palette. I'm not going to say the name because you can judge and see for yourself. I did want the other palette, however it was a little bit out my price range, so I didn't buy it. And now this is here. So guys, this is £12. Are you ready to see it? Are you ready to see it? Here we go. So this is the RevolutionPRO new neutral eyeshadow palette. Look at those colours guys, absolutely so beautiful. So we have a few deep tones, we have pinkish tones, you have your usual like transition shades, we've got a couple of metallic shades here. So we've got our like metallic shades, this one's like a funky shade, and then these two here are glitter shades, and then we have another couple of like shimmers. So yeah, these two are glitters, so I'll do a couple of swatches. They glitters there. So there we have the like foil metallic weird niceness shades, and then this one here, this is actually a base, so it's, let me see if I can swatch it. So basically it's kind of like a concealer that you can either prime your eyes with, cut your crease with, and then you can go in with like your shimmers or your glitters, And yeah, so this palette is £12 and it feels really nice. It feels weighted, it feels expensive, it feels luxe, it feels absolutely stunning in the hands. We're going to play with it today, see what it's like. I haven't swatched any of the mattes yet, so let's do one now. Let's do Rume. Oh wow, that pigment. I do have a couple of lipsticks as well, so we're gonna match the eye look kind of to them. I'm feeling like a real deep vibe today, like deep purpley brown eye. So yeah, we're gonna do that. This Jazz It Up shade is a really weird, good shade. Like it's kind of got like little weird flecks in it. And when you put your finger in it, that's what it looks like. So I think I want to dive into that shade on the lid. So yeah, let's prime our eyes and we'll get started. So I'm just taking a brush and I'm just going to go in with the P. Louise base as usual. So we're just going to do something really nice and simple-ish today, just to see how the palette performs. And yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go into the shade Shadow. There is a little bit of kickback in the pan, but I'm not worried about that. It just means it's going to be really pigmented. And then just make sure we're not creased anywhere. Then I'm just taking a Morphe M562. I'm just going to start putting that in my crease. That is so pigmented and beautiful. Okay, so I am getting quite a little bit of fallout on my nose area here. So that does scare me a little bit. I probably should have done my eyes before my makeup. Try and wipe that away. Okay, so now I'm just going to try and blend that out a little bit. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to go into is Zoned, which is this deepish shade here. Start blending these two together. So far the pigment on these shadows is so beautiful. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, I'm gonna go into the shade Delight. And I'm just gonna start blending this red shade out. I'm keeping this look really rounded, but kind of like blown out at the same time. And this brush is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH32. So I'll bring you in a little bit closer just so you can see like how it's blending and stuff. So as you can see, the blending out really beautifully. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean this brush off and I'm just going to quickly go into Neutral, which is this shade here. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to take it into my brow bone here just to blend that shade out a little bit as well. And just set the areas. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back in and repeat the shades just to build up the colour that we've lost. Okay, so I'm happy with the way that is going. So I'm going to quickly go and do the other eye. I'm going to also repeat it on the under eye and we're back to do the lid. So instead of doing the same colours underneath, I'm actually going to go in with a couple of other different shades. I think I'm going to take Majestic. Now, I'm not putting any P. Louise base underneath my eye just because I've already got concealer there, and also I really want to see how the shadows perform on say someone like who just puts concealer on their eye and then they set it with powder. So I really want to see how they perform in that aspect. So I'm just taking a little brush like this and I'm just going to start putting this under my eye like this. What I have a tendency to do is, say if I use a brush like this on my lower lash line, I end up bringing it out way too much. So this is just going to help control where I place it. Now I'm not putting anything in my waterline just because when I'm doing an eye like this, I really like to give the perception of a nude. Say if I'm doing like a nude eye or like this is like kind of a nudie palette, I really just like leaving it bare just because I don't know, I feel like it's a little bit of a cheekiness, like just a bit of nude kind of thing, I don't know, but yeah, I just like leaving it bare. So just going along, then I'm just putting it side to side like that. So I'm not noticing a major difference, like pigment wise they're still really pigmented. So yeah, so far really nice. To blend this out, I'm just going to take this brush. This is a JH40 Morphe in Jaclyn Hill. And I'm going to take the shade Calm. I was going to go into Calmer, but I think I might use Calm. And then just start blending this out. So I'm just going to go back into Majestic and just build that intensity back up. Just using a side motion. Alright guys, so top and bottom done. Now I am going to do the crease. Now I'm not going to cut the crease as I normally would. I just want to keep it really nice and soft, really blurred out, really blended. So to do this, I'm just going to take like a little flattish brush like this. I'm just going to get some of the base and we're going to see what it's like. So I'm just going to put this on the eye. It's got quite a nice amount of coverage on it actually. It feels a little bit like thick but not. But the coverage is really beautiful. Wow, I actually really like that. So I'm just doing like a little blurred out effect, but the coverage on that is really pretty, like really nice. So as you can see on this eye, I had a lot of like colour there and it's covered it up really nice. So what I'd use this for is I would use this for this. I probably wouldn't use it to prime all of my eye, just because there isn't going to be enough in here, so you're going to hit pan really quick. So I'll probably use this for this purpose. So now what I'm going to do, I aren't taking any product on, I'm just going to take this brush and I'm just going to buff it into the base shade, just so it's like a nice blend. And then the shade that I really want to go into is Jazz It Up, which is this shade here. So first I'm just going to take a brush like this and just go into it and then just start applying it on the eye. Okay, so first impressions, it's sticking to the base really nicely. I am getting a little bit of fallout, but not much. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to see how it applies with a finger. Yeah, it's 100 times better with a finger. That's what he said. So yeah, I'm just going to use my finger for this because it's giving me a better payoff. And then when it gets to coming to the edges up here, I'm just going to take the brush and just try and get right in there. So that's really pretty. I'm actually going to take a bit of this shade here called Hidden, and I'm going to take it on this little fluffy brush, and I'm just going to put my brush in there, and I'm just going to buff it onto this edge here. A little bit along my lash line, but mainly through this area here, just to give it like a little bit of dimension. Okay, so I'm going to do my inner corner and I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Magic. I'm just going to put that right on my inner corner. Oh my god, yes. I'm just going to start to buff that in. Oh yeah, this is all coming together really nicely now. Alright, so that's looking really beautiful. I'm just going to go and do my other eye, pop on some lashes, and we'll be back for lipstick and highlighter. Alright guys, I'm back. I've just done the put some lashes on, and yeah, I feel like this whole look is really coming together. The eyes are just so beautiful. Okay, so moving on, next up is lipstick. So these are the new neutral lipsticks, guys. I only managed to pick up two. So the two that I got are Stripped and Velvet. So it says that these are a satin matte lipstick, and then when you take them out, this is what the packaging looks like. It's the same as the palette. It's kind of like a cheetah print, and then when you open it up, this is what it looks like. It looks super matte. But this is such a beautiful colour. This isn't the colour that I'm going with because this is actually stripped, this one. But I always go with like nude colours like this, and it's really close to my lip and the eye. So I really want to go with something like really dark, really cute. But I will swatch this on the back of my hand. So that's what it looks like on the back of my hand. It's really, really pretty, really nice. So then the one that we're going into is stripped, and this is what it looks like. Like, look how amazing it complements. They have kind of like a rose smell. They smell a little bit of rose, which is really nice. It's really different because usually everything smells of bloody vanilla. So guys, here we go. Oh wow. It feels really nice on the lips. It just like glides on. This is so creamy on the lips, it's unreal. Okay, I've got to stop applying it because it feels so nice on the lips. It glides on, it's just so beautiful. It is like a velvet matte. I wouldn't say it's totally matte, but it's got a little bit of a sheen to it. I don't think it's straight. I'm really bad at putting lipsticks on. So we're gonna see if it transfers. Okay, so it does transfer a little bit, but nothing's come off my lips that bad. But when you put it on your lips, it just glides on. It feels so nice and like hydrating. It feels beautiful. Ugh. Wow. Alright guys, so I'm super impressed with the lipsticks. I'm definitely investing in some more shades because the formula of these is absolutely beautiful. Glides on, so seamless and gorgeous. I'm obsessed with the formula, so definitely getting some more shades. Alright guys, so last step, the palette. Now this palette I got free because I think it's because I spent £30 or more on the Revolution website. So you actually get a 4K highlighting palette for free. Now I got the one in gold because I do like the tan, and I'll show you the shades. So guys, these are the shades, and the reason why I got the gold one is because this is really nice for when I'm pale, and also this is really nice for when I'm pale, but when I'm more tanned, these will be absolutely beautiful. So I'll go ahead and swatch them for you. So in person, these look absolutely amazing. That is what they look like on the fingers. I mean, look at that, they're absolutely beautiful. And then that's what they look like swatched. Oh, so I've been dying to try these highlighter palettes for so long, so I'm so happy to buy it for free. So I'm actually going to go in with this shade, and I'm actually going to put it on my brow bone. So just taking like a smallish brush, I'm just going to go into it. It does pick up a lot, so just be careful. So beautiful. Okay, and I'm actually going to go into this shade right here for the rest of my face. It really does pick up a lot of product, so just be really, really careful. And then here we go. Oh my god. Holy shit. That is amazing. This highlight is a really glittery highlight, so if you don't like glittery highlighters, then stay away, but oh my god. Alright guys, and there we have it. I am super impressed with this highlighting palette. It looks absolutely beautiful, so I think this is like my new favourite thing. So I'm just going to give myself one last spritz on the face, and we're good to go. Alright guys, and there we have it. It comes to an end on the Revolution New Neutral range review. I'm really super impressed with these products. To say that they are super cheap, the quality is amazing. The lipstick is one of my favourites. The palette is absolutely beautiful for £12. The formula is so good. The glitters look really beautiful. I did get a little bit scared to play with them, but they do look absolutely stunning. So yeah, I am super impressed with this palette. It's really beautiful for like if you're doing brides, or if you just want like an everyday palette for yourself. It's absolutely stunning. It blends so beautifully. The loose setting powder is absolutely gorgeous. It blurs everything, so I hope that picks up on camera. The only thing that is bad is that you will have to like use some kind of spray to melt it into your skin. otherwise you are going to get flashback. Primer, as I say, I can't really tell anything with the primer, it's just a primer, but I really like that it feels nice and hydrating, and I know that it's going to help keep me a little bit matte. And obviously the bronzer is really beautiful, and yeah, the whole range is absolutely stunning. So yeah, if you are thinking about picking up the palette, the lipsticks, I'll tell you what I'll recommend. So I recommend the palette, I recommend the lipsticks, and I recommend the translucent powder, and I also recommend the 4K palette and the primer. That's what I recommend. So guys, if you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, a cheeky share across social media. Give me a little bit of a subscription if you like, and turn on the bell so you get notified when I upload a video. I do try and do a video every week, and yeah, I am going to try and do more makeup looks because I feel like this channel is becoming a reviewing channel, and I really want to just sit down, play with makeup, teach people a few things, and yeah, not just be, oh, let's review this, review that. So yeah, I am going to try and do that in the future, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.